If you're wondering how to change your life, here are 10 things that you can do to get started. 1. Discover meaning. Invest some energy attempting to figure out what is significant in your life and why it is significant. What could it be that you need to accomplish in your life? What are your fantasies? What makes you cheerful? Your importance in life gives you reason and sets the bearing of how you need to carry on with your life. Without importance, you will spend the remainder of your life meandering erratically with no bearing, center, or reason. 2. Make a dream board. At the point when we were youngsters, we would stare off into space constantly. We were gifted at dreaming and envisioning what we would be the point at which we grew up. We accepted that anything was conceivable. As we developed into grown-ups, we lost our capacity to dream. Our fantasies became covered up once we began to want to accomplish our fantasies was unthinkable. A fantasy board is an incredible route for you to begin having confidence in your own fantasies once more. Seeing your fantasies each day on a fantasy board brings them life. It will likewise go about as a day-by-day suggestion to pull together your energy and direct it toward what you truly need to accomplish. 3. Set goals. When you realize what is significant in your life and what your fantasy life resembles over the long haul, you need to make a move and set your long-haul, medium, and transient objectives. Following up on these objectives will empower you to accomplish your fantasies and completely change you. Recollect that your objectives may change. Continuously be adaptable with defining and accomplishing your objectives as things in life change, and your objectives need to mirror these changes. It's the little advances that you take that make the energy when you're figuring out how to completely change you. 4. Relinquish regrets. Second thoughts will just keep you down throughout everyday life. In the event that you invest all your energy pondering the past, you will miss the present and what's to come. You can't change what you did or didn't do previously, so let it go. The lone thing you have power over now is the manner by which you decide to carry on with your present and future life. Each time you experience a negative, contemplated your past, challenge it. On the off chance that you need to have a good time and picture relinquishing your second thoughts, give recording each lament a shot, a piece of paper, and afterward covering it in your patio or consuming it in a huge fire with companions. 5. Accomplish something that scares you. This is about you deciding to get out of your usual range of familiarity and understand limits from with an improved point of view. Public talking is perhaps the most alarming things anybody can do. I was frozen of public talking. Notwithstanding, I realized that I needed to be a powerful orator. So I joined Toastmasters to conquer my dread of public talking. My first discourse was horrendous. My knees were thumping, I broke out in a perspiration, and I was unable to quit shaking. However, I did it, and the sensation of finishing the discourse was superior to I at any point anticipated. I decided to continue onward, and now I make money as a persuasive orator. Make a rundown of terrifying things that you might want to do however are excessively reluctant to. Start little, set up an arrangement, and afterward go do them. Do constantly alarming things on the off chance that you really need to stay away from smugness and solace and completely change you. 6. Begin living a well-balanced life. Our well-being doesn't continue as before. Our physical, passionate, and profound state changes as we get more seasoned. What we can handle, be that as it may, is the way we feed our psyches and our bodies. Carrying on with a decent and sound life assembles our strength to the actual changes of our body. Exercise is the most ideal manner by which we can accomplish a positive and idealistic demeanor toward life. Living a sound, even existence with bunches of activity is a direction for living that will give you a more joyful and more satisfied life. Exercise is an unbelievably incredible asset that will improve your life and help you feel better. What sort of activity is ideal? One late investigation found that patients with gentle to direct discouragement experienced comparable declines in side effects whether or not they partook in light, moderate, or fiery exercise groups too. The reality, simply get rolling. 7. Face your fears. It's barely noticeable our apprehensions and expectation that they will disappear. Tragically, it doesn't work that way. In the event that you need to completely change you, figure out how to dominate your feelings of trepidation so they can't handle you anymore. Regardless of whether it's a dread of disappointment, forlornness, or the obscure, it can prevent you from making every moment count. We know when our feelings of trepidation are controlling our lives since we feel discontent and unfulfilled. When we face our feelings of dread, we reclaim our ability to pick how we need to carry on with our lives, and when we do this, we change our lives for eternity. 8. Acknowledge yourself. The solitary individual who will change your life is you. To make that transform, you need to such as yourself. There will be times in your day-to-day existence where you will confront dismissal, and there will be individuals who won't care for you or your decisions. Tolerating what your identity is and adoring yourself notwithstanding affliction assists you with pushing ahead in your life. Discover your mental fortitude, love yourself, and step out and accomplish something insane. Try not to stress over anyone's opinion or whether it is the correct activity. In the event that it feels right, follow up on it and go make the existence you love. 9. Live at the time. A considerable lot of us will in general think that the grass is greener on the opposite side. Regularly, we get to the opposite side of the fence and track down that this isn't so. The inspiration to change our lives comes from our craving to be content. We are frequently so bustling zeroing in on our quest for bliss that we miss the delight of really living at the time. Our craving to have satisfaction in our lives is a longing of a future state, not of the present. We become so overcome with every one of our issues in the current that we miss the valuable magnificence existing apart from everything else. Sitting on the seashore eating a frozen yogurt with your closest companion is a snapshot of joy. Appreciating and showing appreciation consistently is encountering satisfaction at the time. Aiding those in need brings us delight and satisfaction. This is what is the issue here. Don't miss these minutes since you are too bustling zeroing in on your quest for bliss. 10. Experience the joy of learning. Each time you discover some new information, you acquire information, and with more information comes more certainty. Mastering new abilities assists us with being more versatile in new circumstances. It additionally urges us to be more inventive and imaginative in our reasoning, and we are, in this manner, more all right with the obscure. Perusing is an incredible route for us to learn. To completely accept the delight of learning, get that novel you've heard such countless individuals discussing. When you discover the class that intrigues you most, eat up however many pages as you can. You have a decision to make concerning how you need to transform you. Deciding to follow up on these 10 things will assist you with beginning as you try to improve different parts of your life. Go at it with an uplifting mentality and recall that change requires significant investment. Life begins when you choose to change.